Well, around Indy, crews will be calling a timeout on some construction projects as we get closer to the Final Four arriving here in Indy. But for others, the ball's still rolling. That includes the work along Madison Avenue. Construction on the major connector between downtown and the south side is deep into its first phase. Plus, new ramp closures are now in effect tonight along I-65 downtown. Now, according to INDOT, the off-ramp from Washington Street to I-65 South and then the Calvary Street Bridge to the north are both closed. That will be in effect through the fall.
We know it's a bit of a headache. It is anytime you close anything really, but especially a ramp in such a busy area. But we're hoping that if people have patience and work with us, we get this done and it'll be worth it for years to come.
INDOT leaders anticipate pausing extended lane closures during Final Four weekend. And as we've been reporting this week, work is wrapping up along Georgia Street before the party begins. Now, if you're planning to brave the construction in the name of basketball, you've got a great weekend to do it for the most part. Angela joins us from the Weather Center tonight. I mean, a spectacular start to spring, but we are tracking some rain that will end up being here, right?
Yes, the end of the weekend. So
Okay.
We're thinking Sunday evening, Sunday night. We'll get to that in just a second. We're going to start with spectacular still. Temperatures right now in the 50s and 60s after a warm Friday afternoon. We're still at 62 in Indianapolis, down to 53 Muncie and Kokomo, 54 Lafayette, still 63 Bloomington, and 66 degrees in Columbus. There is some cooler air working its way into the northern half of the state. So instead of upper 70s, low 80s, we'll be in the low 70s tomorrow. The rain off to our east, that will stay there. Our forecast on Saturday, some clouds in the morning, some sunshine in the afternoon. High temperatures tomorrow in the low 70s.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. Evacuations tonight after a fire at an Indianapolis church on the near west side. All of this unfolding around 8:15 during a prayer service at Grace International Church. This is just east of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A person walking by spotted the fire and reported it. Firefighters tell us everybody got out safely. Right now they're working to identify the cause of that fire. A new program here in Indianapolis is helping young people become published authors. It's called Indy Pal Authors, and in less than 2 months, this program has produced its first book, now for sale on Amazon. Tonight, our Logan Gay talked with the young author about his work and this initiative.
Inside the JTV Hill Center, some of Indy's youngest storytellers are turning big ideas into real books. 12-year-old Ejante Sissel is the first in the program to get published. His story, The Racer. He says the idea came to him in a dream.
It's about a dad that was racing and his son was in the finals with him and he was going to retirement his last race. And his last race he passed in a bad car accident against an upcoming racer.
It's all part of the Indy Police Athletic and Activities League, or Indy PAL. This expansion is partnership with IMPD, the Indy Public Safety Foundation, and the LEAD program founded by Tevin Studdard. The goal is to build literacy, spark creativity, and introduce kids to entrepreneurship. Studdard says the impact is immediate.
When children have a love for reading, it changes the community. So now it's like every kid wants to not only learn how to read, they want to learn how to write and publish their own book. And then it's just like, I say the sky's the pedestal, it's no limit.
IMPD officers like Lieutenant Alan Tuttle work closely with the kids, helping turn ideas into finished books while building trust along the way.
And they're accomplishing something that they weren't able to do before. I think that we also, with the engagement, we build the confidence of mentoring and showing them that it's okay to have these good relationships with the police department.
That connection matters to Ejante.
I feel welcomed here. It's more fun here. Got sports here. It's like just a good vibe here.
Now seeing his name on a book cover, he hopes it inspires others.
It's not a lot of black author books in school. And it's not a lot of black books in school at all. So just to be in there with black authors, with the least of black authors in there writing books.
And this is just the beginning. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.
Tracking a Sunday storm chance. I'll have the timeline and the threat of severe weather.
Hear big boom, thinking it's a car crash, sir.
An IU student and a recent graduate killed in a Florida crash. Tonight we're hearing from a witness as police reveal how bystanders helped pin down the driver. And thousands more U.S. Marines now heading toward the Middle East. Tonight we'll take a look at the timeline and what's prompting the deployment. Next.